Hi, everyone. Welcome to the show. We have Jenny Gates from Modern Hormone and Wellness today, and we talk about all things hormones, peptides. She runs an integrative clinic that recently opened in Colombia, and she's a wealth of knowledge when it comes to all things wellness and health, so I hope you enjoy. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Here for the Health of It. I'm Dr. Randy here with Dr. Tom, as always, and we have a great show today. Before we get into it, I want to talk about Gallup Design, which is building homes for the most successful families in Colombia, and they have an incredible team, too. One of their differentiating factors is that they have such a huge team dedicated to your specific house while you're getting it custom built. So if you're looking for a home or you want a custom build, then they're the ones to talk to. We have today Jenny Gates, who's the owner of Modern Hormone and Wellness, and you have been in the healthcare world for 20 years, and now you're on this entrepreneurial journey as of January of 2026.
Yes.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you guys for having me.
So you were in internal medicine, now you're kind of in the integrative space.
Yes.
Tell us about the transition from where you were and then why you moved to this.
Okay. So just always been in adult health, internal medicine. I was a hospitalist through COVID, and through all that time, I think we all had a little bit of kind of change of heart of how things were being done. And I just kind of got tired of putting a Band-Aid on everything. You know, people would come in with a sore throat, give them a medicine, and they would leave, you know, and not affecting real change. And so I dove into functional medicine and integrative medicine. I ended up taking another job with an integrative wellness clinic in Austin. Learned a ton there. I have a great mentor to this day who's just wonderful. She's one of my best friends, and it's just kind of snowballed from there. I found hormone health, and it's the first thing that I was actually able to help people feel better, you know, make real change in people's lives. And so it's just kind of slowly progressed, and here I am.
COVID must have been a crazy time to be in the medical world.
Oh my gosh, it was ridiculous. Yeah, we were getting the nose swab every week. It was crazy, you know, the masks. It was crazy.
Yeah. And so now you're out of it, which I feel like a lot of the medical system is now out of it after that.
Absolutely.
The
smart ones.
Yeah. Anybody who realized there was a lot of games being played and a lot of people making a lot of money behind the scenes.
Absolutely.
And then when you transitioned over, do you remember your very first patient in the integrative space?
I don't remember my very first patient. You know, it's culture shock going from everything you learned in nurse practitioner school for me, and then finding this new way, because they teach you hormones are bad. You know, all this stuff is bad. You only do what's FDA approved. You only do this. You only do that. So I can't name a specific patient. But I just know women were feeling better, and I became kind of almost like someone they would refer their friends to. Hey, I'm feeling so much better. Go see Jenny. You know, these Facebook groups, and it kind of I turned out to be this hormone person.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Did you have a personal journey yourself? Like
Absolutely.
where you were like, this is,
Yes.
you comfortable telling everybody?
Of course. So I'm 52. I went through menopause about 2 or 3 years ago. And, you know, so I was already helping women at that point, but then I went through it myself. And it's just such a high touch time in a woman's life. I mean, I remember at one time having 4 different doses of patch, because I was like, oh my gosh, I need to do something. And not everybody has a nurse practitioner sitting next to them that can send them in a prescription. And so, yeah, it was huge. I had gained 10 pounds, you know, 10 pounds just overnight, no matter what you do. And it's just a culture shock for women, and nobody's ready for it. You know?
What else was happening? Hot flashes?
I didn't really have hot flashes, which is crazy. So I've had a long history of endometriosis and a lot of different things. So I had a hysterectomy. And so I never really had hot flashes. Mine was, I was wide awake at night. It was the weight gain and wide awake at night, no matter what I did. And until I added estrogen, it was just like, oh.
Bingo,
What about
bingo.
mood swings?
I'm
Was Mason
sure,
taking the brunt of
I'm
it
sure.
for those 2 years?
I'm sure he was. He would never say that, but yeah.
Just a nice guy.
Yeah.
Is he super nice?
He's super nice, yes.
The name sounds like just a nice gentleman.
Yes. I tried to get him to come.
He didn't want to.
because,
He's
well,
too nice.
Yeah.
He's
too
like, I want
nice.
you to have your moment.
He did, yes. He's kind of a serial entrepreneur, so he's done this before.
Really?
Really was instrumental in encouraging me because I never wanted to have my own business. I never even considered
Yeah.
it. And it just kind of happened.
Welcome to Columbia Family Chiropractic, voted Columbia's best chiropractic clinic. With 3 easy-to-get-to locations, you'll be sure to have something near you. We provide drug-free and surgery-free healthcare and take care of a wide variety of injuries. We offer several services from corrective chiropractic care, on-site digital x-rays, spinal decompression for bulging or herniated discs, dry needling and cupping for injuries, pediatric care, non-surgical knee therapy, and a Class 4 laser. And for those focused on wellness, we have a red light therapy bed. We accept all your major insurances. If you click on this ad, you'll get a discount on your first appointment. You can check out our website at cfc4health.com, or you can Google Columbia Family Chiropractic. That's cfc4health.com.
What kind of things would he say after you got up in the morning after not sleeping? Was it every single morning you would say, I slept terribly last night? And then he'd have to come up with what to say?
Probably. I mean, I don't even remember. He sleeps so good and is just this positive person. So he's like, oh, well, I slept good. You know, yeah.
Tough luck.
Tough luck. Yeah. I think
So
men
he just
don't
rolled with,
understand.
that's how I feel too. You don't really know how to react if you're a guy.
Exactly. And he could sleep 30 minutes and think he slept great. He's just this glass half full type guy, you know?
Yeah.
So, I'm obsessed with my sleep, especially during that time, you know? I'm very sensitive to those changes. And so anyway, he's like, maybe if you didn't talk about it or worry about it so much, you would just be fine. And I'm like, no.
Yep, that's a trap that every guy wants to say. Try to avoid it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Don't talk about it.
And you have your Aura ring on, right?
Oh, yes.
What's your sleep scores these days?
I would say, you know, with the business, it's gone down a little bit, running a business, but I hang out in the 90s. Yeah,
Wow.
low 90s.
Wow, that's great.
Pretty
What-
consistent.
What time's bedtime?
Pretty much 9:30, we start heading to bed.
I love that.
Yeah.
And you guys go to bed together every
Yes.
night?
Almost every night.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
What if he's not tired?
Then he'll stay up, but it's rare.
Yeah.
He goes
very
and gets
rare.
in there and then gets back up a little later.
He tucks her
No.
in first. He's like, lay down, and then he pulls the sheets.
He rarely does that. In fact, he told me last night he didn't come to bed till like almost midnight and then read for 30
Whoa.
minutes. And I was right there beside him and never even knew.
Is he a TB guy?
No, he's not. He's on a project of cleaning out the garage. So he was
He's
just
focused.
going on that and
That's nice.
couldn't stop. Yeah.
Can you tell the audience just like what is a hormone?
So a hormone is just, well, you know, I haven't ever been asked that simple question. But they run your body. For women,
Just like
men
a
are-
signaling sort of, yeah.
Yes, signaling. Men have testosterone. Women have, testosterone, estrogen, progesterone. They are just these signaling hormones that help your body function.
Yep.
And, insulin's also a hormone. You have a thyroid hormone. You have all these
Yes.
things. And I tell my patients that if just one, your hormones are like a symphony, and if one is off, guess what?
Messes with
They're
them all.
all off.
Yes.
So, yeah.
That's what I was kind of wondering is like we hear the big ones like testosterone, estrogen, progesterone.
Mm-hmm.
What are some other, can I call them moans for short?
You can. They're probably not. Well, I guess pregnenolone is a
Mounds.
moan.
Yeah. What are the other ones out there that like people should, like they probably heard of insulin.
Mm-hmm.
What are there anything else that's popular in the hormone world that people just aren't aware of?
So I think DHEA is huge.
DHEA, yep.
Because women, especially if they come to me and they're 54, a lot of times, when they're no longer producing estrogen, their adrenals take over. And to me, it's really important to look at the DHEA because a woman should be around 200, 250. A lot of times these women are in the 20s. And so that's the building block of testosterone and all the hormones.
DHEA.
And so DHEA,
Yeah.
if DHEA is low, women just aren't going to feel good.
Would you say too, like cholesterol? Cholesterol is like the main building block of sex hormones, right?
Absolutely.
And this whole craze of lowering
Cholesterol.
the hell am I doing? Cholesterol
Yeah.
over, I mean, probably since what, the 70s or 80s, whenever statins started to become a thing, it seems like hormones have gotten way out of control because they were focused on just dropping everybody's cholesterol.
Yeah.
Have you noticed any patterns with or like when you're doing intakes where you're looking for the medications and seeing if somebody's on a statin and how much that relates to their sex hormones?
Probably not to the extent that other factors play in. That's definitely huge. But, in the integrative space, my patients would never take a statin. Very rarely would they take a statin,
Right.
even if their cardiologist recommended it. Just they would question.
Yes.
So I do see more people here probably on statins, but not a ton really. So I think lifestyle and diet and stress, and there's so many other factors that affect hormones to a greater extent than cholesterol, although cholesterol is huge.
Yeah.
Definitely the building block.
Glucagon's a big one that no one knew about before.
Oh, old glucagon.
And I remember when we were in chiropractic school, we had these biochemistry classes. And my wife, for the life of her, could not understand glucagon. Like, we talked about insulin, and she would start to get it. And then we would just say glucagon's basically the opposite.
Yeah.
And it just, 17 years later, still didn't
Can't
really
stick.
click.
Dr. Brocking. Is it Brockington?
Oh.
Hormones.
Yeah, we did have,
Was it?
we did have an instructor that said that. But
I liked learning about all of them.
Yeah, it
like
was
there were so
interesting.
many, and to your point, where they all play a role, and it's the littlest thing. Like you could be eating perfectly, exercising, doing everything right, but if you're under a lot of stress, just like work or family or whatever, your body's a wreck because all the signaling is off because
Yes.
of cortisol and all the other things. It's this perception of like you're under attack. So the body's responding like I'm under attack, but you're not under attack physically, it's mental attack.
Absolutely.
It's just crazy that could play a factor, right?
Men especially, I see.
Oh, for
That
sure,
plays
Randy.
a huge role in men and their testosterone levels.
Yeah, Randy.
do you think getting a white beard is a sign of stress?
I don't know.
Or do you think it just happened? Is it genetic?
I think it's genetic. I think it could be stress though. I mean, look at Obama. He had no gray when he went into office
Yeah.
and when he went out.
And look at this guy.
I know. Well, I used to have no gray until we opened this place in 2023, and then I just went really gray in my beard. And I've been trying to figure out if I was just going to happen anyways, or if I was just stressed.
Yeah,
But I mean, I was out there shoveling gravel.
It
hours
definitely
a
could
day.
be stress. I think they just said a vitamin deficiency, right? Was it?
Yeah, I've heard that.
I want to say I can't remember. But are
Is
you
that
getting
true?
your nutrients and vitamins? Absolutely. I
Yeah.
think it's true.
Yeah, I got to figure out which one it is then,
I
because
can't
I've had I had the test. Vitamin D is one that actually, if you supplement a lot, you can still be low.
Well, you have to take it appropriately. You have to take it with K2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And magnesium. You have to take it the right way.
Right.
You have to take a good quality supplement.
How many supplements is too many? 10 a day?
I mean, I think it's very individual. I have a ton of supplements, but a lot of people don't want
Right.
supplements, and that's kind of the thing about functional medicine that I didn't like, because you're just exchanging pharmaceuticals for
Right.
nutraceuticals, and that's why I think integrative is a little bit better. And so yeah, people don't want more supplements.
Yeah.
They want less.
Yep.
I think Randy's gray is coming because he's not that cool. He's not a fun person. So like people just turn gray faster.
I don't
Like,
know.
he just not
that wouldn't
enjoy-
make sense.
Could be.
He's not
Could be.
enjoying life. He's just
No, but lawyers, according to my hairdresser, Terry at Parlor 818,
Okay.
he said that anyone who is a lawyer or in that space never wants to dye their grays, because grays are a sign of wisdom and
yes.
distinction.
That's
Yep.
true. I believe it.
Yeah. So you would trust somebody with more gray than less gray.
Not necessarily. I mean,
Not to put words in your mouth, but
there's got to be something to it. You got to think it's like the body's aging faster, right?
I mean,
The speed at which
I've never-
Randy's aging right now,
it's funny.
I'm
I've never thought
concerned
of it
about.
that much. I will say I have had men start testosterone replacement and like the hair on their chest gets darker.
Oh, yeah.
Which is like the craziest thing.
Randy, how's your chest hair? What color?
I try to keep it shaved because it just gets so out of control.
I started noticing some grays though this year, and they're popping up faster. Like I got a couple in the beard, saw one back here. I had one chest hair that was gray and long.
Yeah.
So
I think I
I'm
started going gray in my 20s.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
You think it was from stress?
I think it's
Genetic.
I think it's genetic.
Now it's genetic.
I mean, it's always
Yeah, it's
stress.
gotta
I
be.
always
Yeah.
have stress, but
Yeah.
yeah.
With starting your business, so it's new. I mean, basically, right?
It's
You're
very
in the,
new.
Yeah.
You're in the
Yes.
6-month phase. No, what are we?
Yeah.
8 months.
It was mid-January. So
Yes.
it was mid-January. I've only been here a year. I was looking at my calendar, and this is like the first day I've been here a whole year. And yeah, it's just
Tell us, like, just so when, like, going out on your own. There's a couple, like, just finding a building, even. Like, walk us through your mentality on starting a business. And then I'm also curious, like, in the hospital space, you're not marketing. It's like people just show up. Like, it's like, oh, I take care of this person that's here. Now you have to, like, attract people and market and these sort of things. So kind of tell us a little about that journey.
Well, you know, I like I said, I'd never really wanted to start my own practice. It just kind of happened, and it transitioned to there. I moved here. I took a job with a wellness clinic. It's not in business anymore. The owner had kind of he was not medical and didn't really put a lot of money into it, and so I gave my notice, and I told my husband, I was like, I'm only going to be able to practice and treat my patients the way I want to if I start my own business.
Right.
And he's like, go for it. And so we thought we would have a couple of months, but it was fast tracked. And the company I worked for did let me have my patients that I'd had and it was probably not a ton, maybe 20 or 30 patients. And I was working with Rivers Beatonbow, who has Recover Wellness. He's a chiropractor in Gilbert.
Oh, yeah.
And he told me, I want you to keep coming here. I have a lot of patients there.
Yeah.
He's like a walking billboard for me. So he is awesome. Such a great person to work for. So I had an office there. I rent a room from him. And then my realtor who sold us our house, Ben Johnson, he's here in town.
Yeah.
He is the one who I said, I need a room. I need to find a place. And he found me. He knows Bridget with Florida Loon.
Yeah.
And he said they're looking to rent a room out. And it's been awesome because
Great.
we have, overlapping clients, and she's referred me to a ton of people, and it's just been great.
That's your locations inside of Florida Loom?
Florida Loon.
Florida
Loon. Florida Loon, it's a med spa.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just
Sweet.
rent a room there.
Okay.
And yeah.
What was the negotiation process like?
Really, there wasn't a negotiation process. Ben just said, I think her name's Lisa, who owns the building. I've never even met her. He just said she wants this much rent, and we're going to sign a year lease, and
Nice.
that was that.
Did you feel like you should have said less rent once she agreed?
Not necessarily. I feel like my overhead's low. That's fine.
good about it? Okay.
Yeah. Not really.
Tom can't imagine agreeing to something without negotiating.
I feel like, if somebody agrees right away, you're like, what did I just gave it away.
Yeah.
I kind of want them to be like, it doesn't feel right. And then then I'm like, okay, we're in the ballpark.
Well, I'll have to remember that for my next one.
Just
For my
argue
next
it.
building.
If
Just
Tom
to
wants
see.
you to do something, just argue with him no matter what, so he feels good about it.
You want one coffee? You're like, I don't know if one's enough. Let me get 2.
I had a friend who, whenever his wife would ask how many hot dogs he wants, he'd say 4. And then she'd say, you're not getting 4, I'll get you 3. And then he would say, I wanted 3 anyway. I just said 4 because I knew she'd do 1 less than what I wanted.
There you go.
Oh. All right. How about just phases of the cycle for women? Do we got to know, so as guys, do we need to know that, married to women? Mm-hmm. And then what should women know about their different phases?
Well, I just think, men have a 24-hour cycle. We'll start with that. Their testosterone's high, it goes low. 24 hours, high, low, high, low. It's a repeat thing every day. Women have a 30-day cycle, and that is heavily influenced by everything from diet to lifestyle to genetics to everything. And, you know, so you can have these fluctuating estrogen levels. And I tell my patients all the time, if I would have known now what I knew then, I would not have had such issues, because I've always had probably estrogen dominant situation in my past.
Yeah.
And, you know, doctors are very quick to say, oh, let's just put her on an antidepressant. I've probably been on every antidepressant known to man, and I don't have depression. I just think I had this progesterone estrogen imbalance. So, you know, I mean, it's huge, and women it's very easy for anybody to just say, oh, it's just stress. Oh, it's just that. But you know, your hormones are crazy, and they control so much.
Yes.
So, and it's not that you have to, you know, pay close attention to your hormones, but I think I really believe that if you give the body what it needs, your body's going to be able to heal itself. So, you know, exercise, daily exercise, try to eat healthy foods, organic, lots of water, sunlight every day, exercise, have good relationships. I think if you take out the bad stuff, the processed food, the doom scrolling, you know, take out that, put the good in, that's the best things anybody can do for their hormones just going forward.
I'm curious about ovulation after menopause.
Okay.
Because I've been married for 16 years, and most guys just know there's this 3 or 4 days. That's awesome. Like, you can't do any wrong. Everything's great. And then things change.
Yeah.
But what is that like after menopause?
So you don't always ovulate. You know, women may or may not have periods. Some women have had an ablation, so they don't have periods, and you can still ovulate. You may not ovulate every 30 days. You may only ovulate 2 to 3 times a year. I mean, it's so different with every woman. That's why it's such a kind of a precision medicine type situation, because every woman is different. Every woman has different side effects and menopause symptoms, perimenopause symptoms. I mean, I have patients in their 30s who are on hormones.
For perimenopause?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Is it because they took birth control pills for a long time when they were younger?
Oh, we got to talk about that.
I don't think necessarily, but I do want to bring something up about that, because, you know, so many people are scared of hormones, but any doctor's fine to put you on birth control. That's generally 10 times the dose of hormone replacement.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
And plus it's synthetic versus bioidentical.
Yeah.
And it just blows my mind every day that women are in menopause and the doctor would rather put them on birth control than put them on bioidentical hormones.
Wow. My brain's going a lot of different directions right now. And you know what popped in? Little House on the Prairie, because I'm watching it on Netflix a little bit. And you know what I was thinking? Yeah. Under my wife's account, so it doesn't count if anybody checks. But
it's not when you turn off Bravo, you put on Little House on the Prairie.
But you know what made me think about it is like, just, all right, the intelligence of women, bodies and brains, I guess let me make sure I'm clear on that. The fact that back in the day, right, this just process happens. You're born. You then get a menstrual cycle, like at whatever time that God designed your body to get it, right?
Right.
And that seemed to be later on in life, like, I don't know, 12, 13, 14, maybe later. Mm-hmm. And then you have a cycle now for decades, and then it just stops. And so I think, like, all right, the designer of the body created this process. So there's a lot of intelligence behind, like, why it's all happening. I don't know it. And I know that, like, us as mankind and medicine and all that, and just like for women to feel good, and it's been argued, like, for women's health, like when to step in and do stuff. And I get all that. But I always go back to, like, I don't know, Little House on the Prairie, like, those women, they didn't have any of this stuff, and they just lived. And then the body did what it was supposed to do. In other words, why do we think that we need to do so much intervention, or intervention at all, maybe, if there aren't health risks? And it starts with, like, what you were saying, like birth control early, or like kids getting their period at 6 years old. Like, what's happening that is shifting things from like back in the day when, no medicine, whatever, to now where it feels like you have to be a chemist and be checked all the time to like survive growing up as a woman. Mm-hmm. Does that seem weird? Am I making any sense? Does that make sense?
No, absolutely. I mean,
Little House on the Prairie.
I think, well, for one, we have all these, like milk, for instance.
Right.
These cows are getting antibiotics and injections, and our meats are getting that. We're having processed food, so that adds a whole nother layer. I think that's a big part of the reason why girls are having periods earlier, and I think our metabolic health just as a society is terrible. And honestly, when I have women that have pretty good metabolic health, they oftentimes have very minimal symptoms of menopause. But that's kind of not the greatest thing either, because women's risk of heart disease goes up significantly in that 10 years after menopause.
Yes.
And so, if we can prevent that, if we can prevent bone thinning, people are living longer than they were, back in Little House on the Prairie days. And we're demanding more out of ourselves in our lives. I mean, we're not just staying at home. Not saying that was bad.
No. So I'm with you. I think that's probably the answer, is that the fact that the world has changed so much, that we're exposed to so much, that you guys we have to do something to stay ahead of the damage that's just because we were born at this time.
Right. Pollution,
food, chemicals, all the things that we're exposed to on a day-to-day basis is just wreaking havoc. Why do you think that there's, and maybe there is, not as much of a swing in men? And maybe I'm missing this, and actually, now that I think about the generation growing up, seems a lot softer and
lower testosterone in these generations coming up.
It is huge.
So maybe it is yeah.
It's both. It's definitely both.
Just
I mean,
across the board.
and I think there's a thing about men. Nobody wants to admit they're low testosterone.
Right.
They don't want anybody even talking about it. But it's I would say it's almost like a pandemic. The level. And again, if they get their metabolic health right, that's good. But how can you avoid stress if you have a 10-hour day, 5 days a week, 5 or 6 days a week? You have this stress. You have to provide for your family. We have a lot more demands on ourselves as a society, I think.
Yeah.
So, in a perfect world, nobody would probably need hormones. We would all sit around and not be stressed.
We're back on the prairie.
Exactly.
Lands. Worrying about getting killed by wild things.
Exactly.
Well, I think we now also don't accept aging like they used to.
Oh.
When I'm 60, I just can't see myself going down, what's the word?
Without swinging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not just going to do it gracefully.
Right.
I'm going to try everything.
Exactly. I think women are that way too. They want to feel their best. I mean, they're in their 50s, their kids are gone. Life isn't over.
Right.
Life is just starting, in my opinion.
Yeah. Do you have kids?
I do.
Are they old and about to be gone?
Oh, they're gone. I have a 27-year-old and a almost 24-year-old. Yes. Oh no, he is 24. And then I have 3 grandkids and 1 on the way.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow. Jenny.
Yes.
Grandma.
I know.
That's awesome.
I started early. They started early. Yeah. And I have 2 stepdaughters also.
That's great.
Yeah.
I guess thinking about that, it feels like when you're about to have, your kids are leaving, you're about to have fun, then your body starts shutting down.
Exactly.
So yeah.
And somebody said this, I don't remember, it was a podcast I was listening to, but that if men had to go through what women did, where your hormone, where it just shuts down, your testosterone production shuts down at 50, we would have a vaccine.
Right. Something. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Because it's
it'll be chaos.
Yes. It's that significant in a woman's life, though.
If men had to give birth, the whole race would be gone.
Yeah. For sure.
Because we wouldn't even make it through one.
Yeah.
No. I can't even imagine having to do that for 9 months.
I know. Exactly.
It was actually hard on me that my wife was pregnant.
I'm sure.
And it
took a lot out of me.
When we wanted to have another one, I was like, I'm losing losing my wife for 9 months.
Yeah.
And then another 8 months or 10 months or 2 years of breastfeeding.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, they just handle gracefully. I think women actually do handle it very gracefully.
Yeah, I agree. It's a lot of demand on your body. because her body was not hers for 2 years, 3 years if she breastfed for more than 12 months.
Right.
It's a long time.
When do you think women or men should start getting checked? Like just baseline or being seen?
I think it's important to just know your numbers. I would say a good age. My son's 24 and he's all about it. But of course, now that's the peptide craze and everything is going on. So we just did his labs. So I think there's, 24 to 30 somewhere. Just at least get an idea of what's going on in your body. Because, a lot of times you can just optimize the nutrients and minerals in your body and bump up your testosterone, or just feel better.
Right.
The ranges that are on labs. And that's one of the things I like to do is I order a really comprehensive lab panel. We go line by line. I tell you what's optimal, not just what's normal for you, where this should be for you to be optimal, because they're just keeping you in a healthy range or
it's such a wide range. Yeah.
It's crazy. And it's a bell curve,
Yes.
measuring you from someone that's 18 years old to 118.
Yep.
And there's got to be a optimal there somewhere, right?
Yep. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had that conversation this weekend with somebody about how if you're outside of the ranges that the medical community comes up with, you are in big shit.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Because the optimal range is so much tighter within that huge range that you want to be in that optimal functioning well. You get outside of that range, you're still in range medically, but a lot of times your body will start speaking to you with symptoms.
Yeah.
And then that's where people get blood work. It'll come back normal because it's in the medical range, but it's outside the optimal, so they're starting to feel stuff.
Exactly.
And they don't get treated because the doctors or whoever everything, your blood work looks good.
I hear that seriously every week.
Yeah.
Every week. And then, that's why one of the best things I do is to go through the labs. And I've had patients tell me, oh my gosh, nobody's ever gone over my labs like you did.
Yeah.
And tell me that thing. Because just like your vitamin D, you were talking like that. I think it should be 60 to 80. If you have an inflammatory, it needs to be around 100. And it's hard to get there.
And they're telling people with 30 that it's normal.
30, yeah.
I got to tell you, too, I love sunlight.
Yeah.
We're not getting enough of it.
We're not. And you really would have to be in the sun pretty much naked for 20 minutes every day between 10 and 2 in order to get an adequate vitamin D level. And we just can't do that. You know?
Well, yeah, but I think the nuance that people miss is sunburns are bad. But sunlight is good.
Yes.
And I find people are in two camps. One, no sun at all. Or two, all you need is sun all the time. And I think there's a nuance there.
Yeah.
And I think even the way the world was created, the fact that spring starts very mild and then turns into summer and then is mildly into fall also gives your body the chance to get used to the sun as well after winter.
I agree.
Yep. Preparation.
For sure.
Are you into birth control?
Not typically. I mean, I would prescribe it if need be, but I try to recommend, if you can do non-hormonal, that would be the best. Like if a young girl were to come see me who's 20, my recommendation would be maybe a copper IUD or just using condoms,
Yeah.
I just think it wreaks havoc on a woman's body.
What are all the options, just so I know them? Condoms, no wieners inside you, IUD, birth control chemical.
Yeah.
Anything else that's maybe out there?
I mean, a lot of women just use the rhythm method, which is, certain times of the month, watching your cycles.
You got to track it, yeah.
Yep. Pull and pray.
Definitely, I would recommend anybody not taking anything oral. There's rings and stuff. They still have a lot of hormones in them, but there are better options, I think. And I'm not dogging on anybody who's taking birth control.
Are all condoms latex?
I have absolutely no idea.
What else would it be made of? I've never really thought about that.
Lamb skin, maybe? Lamb?
I feel like I've heard that. I feel like I've heard that too,
all right, good.
but I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know
so
much
your
about it.
understanding of it is that they have lamb skin.
They're killing lamb out there for the health of
It
penises.
might be true. I have no clue.
Is it true?
It is? It's made of lambs?
Bam.
Whoa.
There you go.
So if someone told you they were using animal tissue as a condom.
I would say more power to you.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay. I've never heard of that before.
Yeah. but I don't really prescribe it. You know, I feel like they have primary care for that.
And what age range do you take care of? Will you take care of like really young?
I mean, I have some. I have my youngest patient's probably 13. Not necessarily for hormones or whatever, but just optimizing health.
Yeah.
And just all the way up to, I don't know, I would probably say mid-60s.
And is there I guess with birth control, I thought there was like a time frame where it was only studied for, and I'm going to make this up, so don't quote me, but say you could be on it for 2 years or 3 years, and like you had to cycle off it or something. And like whatever it was, nobody follows it. It's like, oh, I've been on birth control since I had my first period and it was bad. And then the person's 30.
Yeah. It wouldn't surprise me. I really don't know.
Yeah.
I don't recall that, but that's kind of how medicine is. You know, PPIs are meant for 2 weeks, and people take them for years.
It's crazy. We had a neurosurgeon on here that talked about like they use I should know this stuff, but the research that they're using is still not good research, like that they base decisions on and use medicine on. And it's like, it just nobody talks about it unless you're in that space. And then you're realizing like, oh, I've been behind the curtain of this whole thing that everybody's convinced that like, you know, because they're white coats and the FDA and all, they're at a hospital or they're at this fancy facilities, that it's all safe and tested because they wrote it on a script and they're selling it or giving it to me at a pharmaceutical pharmacist. But it's like, then you find out, it's like, no, yeah, we do this procedure and it's not even blah, 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 blah. It's class D. So like nothing is double blind, research studied, you know, for multi-year sort of thing. It's just everybody's a chemical experiment, and nobody realizes that unless you talk to the doctors that are behind the scenes and go, yeah, we do that all the time.
Yeah. There's a great book, Blind Spots. I don't know if y'all read that, Marty McCary.
I feel like I've heard of it.
Great book. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Is it about that?
It's about just different times in history. One of them was the WHI Women's Initiative, where we just believe in this dogma that we're told.
Yeah.
You know, kind of like with COVID, everybody just follows the herd mentality.
Yes.
Exactly. And nobody questions it. And then those that do question it are outcasts.
Oh yeah.
So
I'm a questioner.
It's a great book. I'll drop it off for you. I have it.
That'd be great.
It's a really great book.
Just I recently realized or learned that women weren't getting tested. Like everything was being tested on men.
Oh yeah.
Like women weren't even a test subject for some of these things.
Because women are too complicated. There's too many variables.
Yeah.
And so, it makes it difficult.
Have you ever heard that saying, mama's nice and dad is mean, grandma's mean and grandpa's nice?
Never.
Oh, it was something it was a hormone thing that I heard where they were saying because the way that hormones flip, dad, who has generally lots of testosterone, is meaner and curt. And then grandpa, who has less testosterone, is way nicer. So you would say, my dad was never like that with me, but now with my kids, he's so fun and loving and he wants to hold babies, versus mom, who had a ton of estrogen and hormones, now gone through menopause. That changes.
I mean, it makes total sense to me, but I've never heard it.
Yeah, it's interesting. And I don't know if that's with everybody, but the older I get, the more I see that a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I think the older I get, the nicer I am too, in general.
Maybe you need to check your testosterone.
I know. I just had it, and it's still high. But I don't know what it is. I think.
Well,
it's
did you check your
something.
free testosterone and sex hormone binding globulin, all the things?
Yeah, I did like the full integrative
Good.
whole thing.
He's got no testosterone of a 13-year-old boy, fresh out of the.
Yeah,
That's pretty
was it? I think it was 873.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really great.
But
you don't feel great?
No, I feel amazing.
Well, there you go then.
And I can
He's just
I
being
can
too
lift a
nice.
ton. Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
nice. Yeah, I'm
He's
just
getting too
nicer
nice.
than
He's
that's what
getting
I was trying to figure out, because I'm getting nicer as I get older, but my
Maybe-
testosterone's staying the same.
Maybe maturity. I mean, who knows? A lot of
Just be
people-
growing
that's
up
awesome.
a little bit.
That's a great
Yeah,
level.
maybe I'm seeing my own mortality. with every gray hair that comes into my body.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So do you do peptides?
No, but I love learning about them and the idea. I've been kind of scared of them, and I haven't really felt like I needed them.
Yeah.
Like if I had the option between surgery or BPC 157, I think I would go BPC 157 all day long.
Absolutely.
Or if I had, some psoriasis or something, some sort of autoimmune disorder that I couldn't figure out, I think I would go peptides before going with a drug or something like that. But I haven't ever had this situation where I felt like I needed it or had an issue.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to get ahead of it, so knowing that at some point, like something might happen and I need to make a decision quick.
Yeah.
So
I get it.
I want to hear about it all from you.
Okay. Well, I love peptides. I mean, I think we have two categories. The weight loss, a lot of people call peptides the weight loss. That's what they think peptides are. And I like to put them in two categories because I think the GLP-1s, I think those should be in the water. I think there's not a person that can't benefit from those. They're very rarely is there a patient that can't benefit. The other peptides like BPC, testosterone, ipamorelin, CJC, 1295, all those, I feel like they're being overused because they're more like fine tuning a dial, if that makes sense. So somebody healthy like yourself who's doing everything right, whose testosterone's optimized, all the things, you might see better benefits than somebody who just is off the street saying, "Oh, I'm just going to take that." You know what I mean?
For sure. Or they're ordering with Bitcoin from China.
Yeah,
Ooh.
exactly.
Okay, so the GLPs so I guess there's GLP-1, GLP-2, GLP-3, right?
Yep,
and Red is the GLP-3.
Right.
Tirzepatide's GLP-2.
Yeah.
Ozempic's GLP-1.
Guy knows a lot about peptides.
Which
He's digging in.
Yeah, well,
he's a digger.
Because I think now people are pushing. I've always heard in the medical world, tirzepatide is the studied one. That's the one they know.
Yeah.
I'm hearing from the influencers that Retta is unbelievable, and that's what you need to be on.
Yeah.
And Ozempic, I don't even know what a GLP-1. I don't even know why anybody would use that.
Yeah, it's not as well tolerated. It's been around the longest, So I rarely ever recommend it unless somebody just really has a financial concern. A lot of people have to take very low doses. It's just not tolerated as well. But the tirzepatide is really good. Honestly, I have a few people on Retta who've been on it long term and they want to stay on it. They like it. I don't really put people on it just because there's just a lot of things behind it. And I really, they're trying to get it classified as a biologic, and then nobody's going to be able to get it.
Ooh, who's trying to do that?
Well, is it Lilly? Is it Eli Lilly? I think. Yeah.
Pharmaceutical companies trying to zap it.
Oh, yeah. So that would make it not available for anybody. And I've had some people who've tried tirzepatide and tried Retta, and they don't like the Retta. So, I think in the person who's optimizing, Retta's fine, or somebody who's really overweight, but it's not my go-to for sure.
And when I see commercials for it, I see dosages between 2.5 milligrams up to 15 milligrams.
Yeah.
It seems like a massive range.
Oh, it's a huge range. And that's the problem with regular medicine is they're doubling the dose every 4 weeks. And with my patients, I rarely have someone on even like the second or third dose. We start at about half of the starting dose, titrate it up only as needed. If you're losing 1 to 2 pounds of weight a week, then you stay on that dose, because I feel like you're going to be able to get off of it easier if that's your goal. And you have to do the work. The medicine's going to only go so far. So if you just keep ramping it up and you don't change your diet and your lifestyle, you're going to be screwed.
Do you look at the body composition to see like the weight that they're losing? Is it fat or is it?
So I would like to, but the best way to do that is the DEXA scan.
Yeah.
And I've been checking into that because in Austin we have this place called Body Spec, and you can get 2 DEXA scans for like $79. Which is crazy.
That's
so, if we had something like that here, we could follow that long term. But a lot of people use the little
in-body
and those little scanners that go around. And honestly, those can be 8 to 10% off.
Really?
And that's a lot in a woman for sure. So I don't use those. I would love to. There's the closest DEXA scan place I've seen is Prosperity. I don't really
Yeah.
So I was going to head out to them and see if we could work
what
out
they
some
got.
kind of situation.
I feel like the awareness of people that they need to eat protein and need to
Yes.
preserve muscle mass has gotten pretty good now. Though.
Yes, it is. But still, if you're losing a ton of weight, which so many people are still losing
Right.
weight on these high doses, then they are absolutely losing muscle.
Hey friends, we all know life is busy. You don't have the time to spend half the day at the dealership. McDaniel's now offers Yes to Go in under 60 minutes. You can even start online from home. When you arrive, your wheels are already in motion. Work your deal your way with paperless digital documents. It's full transparency right from the start with no pressure. A couple of signatures and go.
Yes, that easy.
The quick convenience of Yes to Go. It's more of the McDaniel's difference.
Yeah.
All right. And then what about, is it GHU copper?
GHKCU.
GHKCU.
Yeah. GHK copper.
All right. Is that the one that makes people tan?
No.
That one's for hair.
That one's for hair, skin and nails, wrinkles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you talk about that? Because I don't hear that from any real medical providers. I only hear that from influencers or random people.
Yeah, a lot of people like it. You know, there's the Glow Stack, which has the TB 500, the BPC 157, and the GHK copper. But I'll tell you, at least probably 50% of the people that get on that have this like bee sting bite. I don't know if y'all have heard about that. It's not a bee sting. It's like a fire ant bite. The injection site hurts for like 12 hours.
Oh.
And it's miserable. I mean, I don't know if you've ever been bitten by a
I
fire
was
ant.
recently bit by a fire ant.
Golly.
3 of them.
Yeah, and it's
Sucks. One time I got to hockey and fire ants had a nest built in my shin pad.
What do you
that's
think
bad.
about that?
I got 100 bites.
Did it hurt for a week?
Yeah.
Yeah,
and it was
they're miserable,
scabbing.
right?
It sucked.
Yeah. So I don't.
But one
generally
fire
recommend
bite,
it.
one fire ant bite, I feel like
I was kind of thinking.
no big deal.
But in general, ants are kind of cool. They're just like little workers. Besides
They're
the ones
so
that bite.
tiny.
Not the
Don't you
fire
think?
ants.
Yeah, not fire ants.
No.
But like the ones that just like don't bite and just kind of do their thing. They just wake up and grind,
Yeah.
build stuff.
Yeah.
And then you just mash it and they just run and then they come back. They're like kind of a cool bug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of want an ant farm where you can just watch them.
That'd
You
be
should get
cool,
that.
actually.
You have kids? They would love
I
it.
do.
They
Yeah.
would love that.
They'd be obsessed. He's got a son that would let all the ants out in the house.
That's what I'm
though.
more. That's the main thing. I hate bugs in general. So like if they stayed contained, I'd be happy.
There you
But I'm
go.
worried about them not. All right, tell us your intake process. And
Okay.
you work
Wait,
male,
we gotta
female?
we gotta finish the peptide stuff
yeah,
though,
he
because
needs
I
it.
want to
He
know
needs
about
it.
this.
Yeah.
Can you get too much copper?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. You can. Yeah.
At what point? At what dosage?
I mean, I think it's different for everybody, but I think it's pretty significant dose. Yeah,
right.
you have to take it for quite a long time, and that's something that you cycle. So 3 or 4 months on, 2 months off, and as long as you're doing it appropriately with someone who knows what they're doing, then I wouldn't worry about it. There's little signs you can look for.
And it works pretty well.
The BPC TB 500 for sure works. I mean, to me, that the GHK is just a little bit of an added bonus. Some people like it. Like I said, the people who don't have the fire ant love it. The people who do not ever want it again.
And it's just for that 12 hours.
Well, but you're injecting 5 days a week, so you inject
Oh.
once and then it's 12 hours, and you inject again. So I did it for 2 weeks, and I was like, I'm done. But then my husband had no reaction at all to it.
Mason, what a stud.
He's a stud.
Yeah.
What can I say?
So and then what's the risks in that? Because in the weight loss world, there's body mass and just not eating and
Yeah.
nutritional deficiencies. Is there some version of that in the other ones?
So I would say there's this risk of, the BPC can increase angiogenesis, where in theory, if you had a cancer, it would increase blood flow to the cancer. I mean, that's not super common. I don't think there's any research data of that happening, but in theory, it can happen. So again, you need somebody who knows what they're doing, cycling it appropriately. And other than that, peptides are very safe. You give a little injection, they're messengers. I'm sure you've heard that. They literally stay in your system maybe 30 minutes to send that message. They're like the CEO. Go do this, and the body goes and does that.
Yeah.
And so to me, they're very safe, and they're, pretty exciting.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So what if you wanted to do a TB 500 or BPC 157, but once a month?
You
Would that
probably
do
wouldn't get
anything?
any benefits.
No.
No.
You
'cause
would have to do it every
takes-
day.
Well, yeah, it would. You need to use it a good 4 to 6 weeks before you're going to notice a benefit.
And it's every day.
It depends. There's a lot of different people who do 5 days on, 2 days off. If I have somebody has an injury, I'll do it every day for a period.
And do you go in the injection? You inject it into the site? Like if it was a shoulder injury, are you doing it in the butt? Or are you doing it in the shoulder?
You're doing it in the skin and the shoulder, subcutaneously,
Yeah.
closest to the area.
Okay.
Some people, if they're on a higher dose, will do half here, half in the belly, so it goes more systemic. But the closer it is to the injury, the better.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't definitely have people injecting into joints.
And then what would the dosage be? I'm just thinking, I know so many people who are getting it compounded from random places online. And I think their dosages are crazy.
It probably is. And I would just have to tell you, it's weight-based. The way I do it, it's weight-based and goal-based. If you have a chronic injury or if you have an acute injury, it can be higher. It's just very individualized.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think the really fun things are the growth hormone releasing hormone. The growth hormone releasing peptides like testosterone and apomorelin. That's probably the most popular one that I use.
See, I don't know anything about those.
Oh, he needs
They're
it.
And I'm
amazing.
so excited to hear about
Yeah.
all this.
Yeah.
They're
super cool.
Is this stuff safer than, say, Tren or like any of the anabolic
Oh my gosh,
steroids?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. This is, again, in your system for 30 seconds. It's a messenger. It's just like insulin. It's saying, hey, do this one thing, whatever that one thing is you want it to do. It's in there for about 30 minutes. It helps your body do the thing, and then it's out.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
yeah, it's not anything like anabolics.
So testosterone, you have people who do they cycle that?
Yeah. I had one guy, and this guy's a beast, I will just tell you, but he did another one called, so they kind of go in levels, like sermorellin's the lowest, testosterone is the next highest, then you have CJC 1295, then you have like growth hormone. And so if you want, it just depends on what your goals are. If you want to lose this belly fat here, testosterone might be good. If you want to put on weight, CJC is good. I had one patient, this guy, like I said, he was a beast, and he probably put on 12 pounds of muscle in 1 month.
1 month?
1 month.
See, that seems unhealthy.
Well, maybe it wasn't even much. It was 12 pounds. I guess
That
he
is
wouldn't be able to
so
tell.
much. So
But
he was
is
huge.
no. He's just a big guy, and he works out. He's got his exercise routine dialed in. His diet is dialed in. I mean, he counts macros, everything. And he's a trim guy, but he's a bigger guy.
Yep.
He was very happy with those results, and he's been able to sustain it. So somebody like him, he might need it for 1 or 2 months, where somebody else like me, I might need it for 4 months.
I see. And then once he gets off of it after 2 months, over time he'll probably decrease a bit and then have to do another cycle.
I think he can maintain it, honestly. I just know his exercise routine.
Right.
It just depends on, it's very individualized. But
So it helps him grow, and then he maintains on his own.
Yes. Yeah, because he just wanted to put on bulk.
Yeah.
So if we're gonna inject Randy with something,
Yeah.
what do you recommend?
Where do you start with
Well,
me?
what's your goal? What would be your goal? Do you have a problem area? Do you want to put weight on? I mean,
I don't know.
and you can think about
I want, I mean, what I want, I don't really feel like I need anything right now, but I want longevity. Like, I want to be Arnold Schwarzenegger, 79, and he looks great.
Yeah.
I want to be that.
Guy's 79.
Do you have trouble
I
with
think he just had his 79th birthday.
That is crazy. Well, another one is Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah.
I mean, look at him.
Yeah.
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 And I thought their hearts would just explode from having that much muscle and that
Yeah.
much steroids, and they're just going strong. I mean, Hulk
Yeah.
Hogan, he
Yeah.
didn't last as long.
Yeah. Well, it just kind of, like I said, it depends. If like focus, one of the just all the way around really great ones is NAD. You can inject subcutaneous NAD or Niagen. Niagen's a little bit smoother than that. I took 5-amino-1-MQ, and it kind of helps restore your NAD levels, if that makes sense, and help you hold on to things. So that's another thing. It just kind of depends. But there's this Huberman was talking about the Trinity stack. I don't know if y'all
I've
follow
heard of
Dr.
that.
Him.
Yeah.
Where men are on TRT or optimizing their testosterone, they're on a growth hormone, and they're on a GLP-1.
The Trinity.
The
I'm
Trinity.
telling
I
you.
always hear about the Wolverine, but I don't know about the Trinity.
Yeah,
Interesting.
So you work with men and women.
absolutely.
Okay.
Yep.
Tell us about your intake process. What would that look like for people?
So I currently do a free discovery call. That way people can kind of see what
Feel
I
you
do,
out.
feel it out. Yeah. And then once they commit, I can either draw the labs in the clinic or I send them to LabCorp. It's a very comprehensive panel. You know, some people, your doctor, I sent my husband with a list to his doctor, and
Yeah.
the doctor was like, oh, you don't need all this. Yeah. So he wouldn't draw it, you know. So it's very cheap. It's like $300, and
Yeah.
you get a really good comprehensive panel. We send you intake paperwork, a hormone checklist if you're if you're having hormonal complaints, and then after you get those labs drawn in about a week, I'll set up an appointment. It's probably an hour and a half. And I go through it line by line, develop a plan for you, find out, you know, has all the questions. What are you doing what's your diet look like? Are you drinking? Do you sleep well?
Yeah.
You know, just kind of ask all the questions. And, you know, ask libido questions. Do you have morning erections if it's men? If it's, you know, what's the quality of it? Yeah, I mean, there's just, it just depends on the person, right?
Yeah.
And then, yeah, that's kind of the basics.
We're children.
No, I think
Most men are.
I always wonder what people say to that. Like,
You know-
how do you word it? You say, do you get an erection every morning, and for how long?
I first ask, how's your libido? And so some men will
And then
say,
they're like, what's libido?
It's great. If they're kind of humming around, I'm like, do you still get morning erections? Well, yeah. Well, as good as 20 years ago, 10 years ago? Yes, no. So you kind of have to pry it out of them. But once you have that first conversation, then it's like the floodgates open.
Yeah.
The next time you see them, they're like, oh my gosh, my erections are so much better. My sex life is much better. You know.
Wow.
Randy asked a guy from Alpha Male about how long an erection, and I thought he meant length of the penis, but he was talking like, what was it, 4 hours or something?
Yeah,
That the norm-
overnight you're supposed to have a certain number of hours of erections. According to this Brian Johnson guy, who is a weirdo, but he's been measuring it, and I don't know what
He is a
device he
weirdo.
used to measure it, but he was saying that when you're 18 or 19, you would have an erection for half the night, basically. And then as you get older, sometimes they just go away to the point where guys don't even have it at all, not even first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
And so you're saying, so testosterone overnight starts to ramp up.
Yeah.
And that's why erection in the morning, then morning down to night, it so it just keeps going up and
getting
down.
down. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so have you noticed anything with like people that work out, say at night versus the morning, that would like maybe spike their testosterone pre-bed?
You know, I haven't necessarily. I mean, I'm sure it would a certain extent. I usually tell people don't work out in the morning before labs because that can throw some
Right.
things off a little bit. But I haven't ever thought of that. I thought of that one.
Okay.
I think I figured it out, your question. If I wanted to add 2 inches to my arms,
Yeah.
what would my stack be?
I would say, I mean, do you have any around the middle that you would like to get rid of?
I mean, yeah, it's not great.
Yeah,
I
would start you on testosterone, apomorelin, probably looking at everything because that one's good, and then we would see how you do on that, and then maybe bump you up to CJC if you weren't getting the results with that one that you want.
Okay.
But CJC can sometimes have a flushing situation where people don't really like.
Yeah.
You know, there's other ones like MOT-C that is an exercise mimetic that you take it only twice a week, and it just gives you a better endurance and better pump in the gym.
MOT-C.
MOT-C.
There's new one.
There's
Is there new
lots.
ones coming out, or am I just learning about
No,
some of the
you're
new
just
ones?
learning about them.
Yeah.
They're all out there.
They're all out there.
All right, then services that you offer. So you do the
Mm-hmm.
lab work and you consult, and then it's peptides.
It's peptides, it's hormones. I
Bones.
also do this really cool thing called neural therapy.
Okay,
It's
what's
like
that?
German acupuncture. It's been around forever, but I don't know why nobody does it. But it's injecting a small amount of procaine and normal saline and sodium bicarb just under the skin. You may have heard of a stellate ganglion block. I don't know.
Oh.
So it's a lot of different things. But anyway, the neural therapy it helps to reset the autonomic nervous system
Really?
if people are in constant
Fight or
fight or
flight?
flight. It's kind of like a reboot of a computer, for lack of a better word. You know, the fascia is your information highway, and people can have interference fields, and most autoimmune disorders come from interference fields, and that can be from a surgery or a trauma. Really common ones come from tonsillectomy, or if you've had a lot of dental work, like crowns, and I can inject in the mouth. You can get it in an IV. It's been really popular lately.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
do you use,
Very nice.
use like meridian points, like acupuncture?
No, I don't actually. You just find pressure points. That's how I start with it. You know, we'll have a conversation of what surgeries, traumas, injuries, any of that you've had. And most people are not going to let you inject their mouth. You know, that's kind of a thing. So I'll start with a lot of women, for instance, carry their tension from here up, so we can just find tender points. A headache, it'll take it away like that.
Really?
I've done a lot of TMJ injections. I've even done that on myself. I inject myself all the time.
Yeah.
But it really makes a huge difference.
Wow.
Yeah, it's super crazy. It's been around 200 years probably.
And
I'm
this
not
is all
sure.
done in that one office space, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Right
Okay.
now.
Is there any peptides that are the equivalent of Botox?
There is one that's called Botox in a bottle that's in a cream.
Okay, and it's a peptide, not Botox.
Yeah, it's a peptide.
What is it? What's the...
Can you rub it on every
mechanism?
part of your skin?
I'm sure you can.
Are there limitations to where you can rub this?
That's when you have to... Red flag. Is there anywhere that I'm not allowed to put this? Okay, tell me about that, because I don't think people know about that. I feel
never
like if
heard of that.
if it made sense, I feel, or if it was more common, I feel like people might decide not to inject Botox and try something else.
Well, it's kind of expensive. I'm trying to even think of the name of it because it's not something I use a ton. But it's
just
in
a cream.
It's a cream that you can have compounded. You know, like I use the GHK copper on my skin every day. I have a night cream that has a retinol in it, and then I use a day cream that also has it. So you can do that. There's a hair tonic to help your hair regrow. And this pharmacist that developed a product that I use in Austin, he's telling me his hair's getting darker because he's using the GHK copper on his hair topically.
I'm on board with
I'll
that.
put it on his face.
I'll put it everywhere. I'll put it on my top of my head too, for sure.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Yeah, I'll have to get
I'll
you
put
the
it on
name
my-
of that other
I'll
topical.
put it everywhere.
Your groin.
Oh, it's called Snap. It's called Snap something, but it's a topical. It's topical cream that you put on your face. That's called Botox in a bottle.
Really?
It's called Snap.
That's
And
the
it's-
name of the peptide. Snap.
Okay.
There might be a number. I can't think of it. There's so many. You know, there's thousands.
And you just
of
apply it,
peptides.
like, do you got to wear a rubber glove?
No,
What do? You just
I mean,
right
I
on the
just
hand.
assume you just put it on your hand and just
just
like
go.
your face cream. Yeah.
It feels like there should be side effects to some of this stuff.
I mean, there's really not.
Yeah.
There's not a lot. I mean, of course, there's people have hypersensitivities to some things.
Yeah.
But that's the great thing about it. Most peptides are already found in the body, so they're signaling messengers that are just no longer active, or something in our lifestyle has made them not work as well. Even the GLP-1s, you know, that's in your body.
Yeah. Does it matter, like, when you send somebody for blood work, does it matter what day of their cycle they're on? Like, does that change anything for your hormone stuff?
So it can change estrogen and progesterone, but the labs are pretty good at predicting. And honestly, I don't do everything based on labs. You know, labs are kind of a marker, but I mostly treat patients based on their symptoms.
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily say you have to do anything on a certain day.
Yeah.
If we're treating something specific, you know, maybe estrogen or progesterone might need to be on a certain day. But
It's cool to see it getting so much more precise.
yes.
To think that we used to just blast birth control on every 15-year-old is insane now.
I know.
And I've
agree.
also been told that the amount of estrogen in the birth control pills now is way less than what it used to be.
I don't even know. I just know it's high.
Which even then, I'm like, well, what were we giving them before?
Yeah. It's crazy.
It is crazy.
It is-
Women are
it
just
is crazy.
experiments.
I know.
The amount of things that you guys have to put in and on your body.
I know.
Have you ever heard of salmon semen being on your
Oh
face?
yeah. Oh yeah.
She's
Have
done
you put it on there
salmon
before?
her day.
No, I haven't. Hey, but I would.
You would.
Totally. I have my own experiment. I try all the peptides.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because I
See.
can't tell people about them if I don't have experience with it.
What about testosterone for females? Because I recently know a female who just got put on testosterone and said it's been amazing.
I love
Life-changing.
it. Life-changing. Absolutely. I love it. I think it's awesome. I offer pellets. You know, pellets aren't for everybody, but I think they should be on the menu because some women love them. I was on them probably 5 years ago. Best shape of my life. I mean, it was
Really?
amazing. I had energy to burn. I'm sure my husband was very happy about it too. But I do a different option now because I can't put pellets in myself. But yeah.
Do you get hairy? Like, is that a concern? or
Every
no?
woman is a little bit different. So that's again, it's just
You gotta
this.
just kinda
It's
keep
you
an
just
eye.
have to keep an eye on them. You know, if you have higher androgens as a woman, you might get a little chin hair. Me, I actually, you're gonna die. My testosterone got up to about 600 when I had pellets.
What?
Yes.
Your
You had
husband
a
was
mu- you
really
were
No, no,
shaving
no.
in the
No, no,
morning
no.
with your
No,
mustache.
but I had no symptoms. I didn't grow a penis or anything
Nothing.
weird.
No
It was,
penis.
you know, but that can happen. But everybody's different. You know, if you use a cream, you can grow hair in that area.
Really?
It's not like big black pubic hair or anything.
Yeah.
It's just the same hair that's there. It just stimulates the growth.
Gotcha.
So that's the difference with creams. But
women should be
everybody's different.
60?
Like,
Like, is that normal?
I mean, I would say 60's good. 60's good. Up to some women feel better about 200. Honestly, everybody's a little different. Like I said, I don't try to treat the numbers. I try to
Right.
make sure they're safe, not having adverse effects, and treat their symptoms.
What? So 600. Did you take photos of yourself at 600?
No.
You could basically be a bodybuilder at 600 probably
Yeah,
for
probably.
a female.
But that didn't mean that. I mean, but I also was on birth control at the time, so your sex hormone binding globulin is high. So that means your free testosterone's not really high.
Okay.
Yeah. So you know, so that's what I mean about the numbers. Not always, especially the level of testosterone. I would not recommend 600 for any woman. We were using a different kind of pellets, and I don't use those pellets now. I use a different kind, and we don't have that issue.
So when would a woman go on testosterone?
I have women in their 30s because that's one of the first things to start dropping in their 30s. Yeah.
So women are on. So you probably know you have couples where they're both on testosterone.
Oh, yeah. And I have a lot of women who are bringing their husband in, you know,
He needs it.
Yeah.
They're saying he needs
because, well, maybe
spill
they're.
the tea with
Yeah.
my husband.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I've had women come to me and say, "Oh my gosh, you've changed our life because
Right.
we're having such better, you know,
Erections.
lives."
Oh.
Try that too.
So it's mostly for libido, though. That's why a woman would get testosterone.
No, definitely
Energy.
not. Energy, mood.
Hot flashes. Doesn't it help with hot? Or
It
what?
helps with hot. It helps with night sweats.
Night sweats.
So women can get hot flashes. That's usually low estrogen. Night sweats is usually low testosterone. So it's a little bit different. Again, you're looking at symptoms, what's going on. But I feel like testosterone helps women feel more assertive, kind of like men with higher testosterone. You're more assertive. You can make decisions better.
Yeah.
You're more confident. It helps with bone health,
Funnier.
strength. Yes.
What do you recommend women sleeping in at night?
I don't know. Whatever they want.
What do you think? What should I tell my wife? If I'm going home and giving advice, I say, hey, Jenny was on the show and she said,
I
Is it-
threw her a layup and she fumbled it.
lingerie? Like,
Sorry.
I'm just thinking of these night sweats. And I think sometimes, like the jammies, you're going full pants, full long
Oh,
sleeves
yeah.
sometimes.
Obviously. I would tell that person nothing. Yes, definitely.
Let's get skimpier.
There you go.
What about the cooling beds?
Oh, I think they're great.
You
I've
like
never
those?
tried one myself. I can't afford
Yeah.
one, I'm sure, but I would love to try if anybody wants to donate one. or make me
They might.
taking
I've never tried it
donations
either,
from-
but I've heard
I've
heard
heard
that
it's
it's
awesome.
cool.
But I'm someone who I still have my electric mattress pad on every night.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
You like to be just
I like to
cozy,
get
hot.
I like to get in a warm bed, then I turn it down.
Really? But you keep it on
Yeah.
overnight?
Oh yeah.
Dang.
I mean, I think it only stays on for like 4 hours.
Did
so
you ever have a water bed?
I did back in the day.
I had a waterbed as a child for a little
I
bit.
did too.
Was I bawling? Like, was that fancy or no?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I kind of thought it was just.
I mean, I don't think all my friends had water beds.
Yeah.
You don't see water
They
beds
were a
anymore.
thing.
They're kind of gross now you think about it.
Do you know, there's a new blanket that I think the company's HVAC or something like that. And they have like little metallic pieces in it, and it blocks the EMF. So you could put it over your heater so that you don't get the EMF, but the warmth would still go through the blanket.
I got a little grounding mat.
Do you?
Yeah.
I got one of those hats that has it too for when I'm in the airport or somewhere.
That's funny.
All right. Tell us just about a typical case. Like, so when somebody comes in, what's like your typical case or maybe your sweet spot? Like patient presents with, and then this is.
I would say the biggest thing is, weight's always a big one. I mean, we're in the South. I think that's probably
the main thing they're coming.
the big thing that brings them in. But then once we optimize thyroid, we optimize vitamins, minerals, nutrients. I have this really good supplement that I love that I've just about put everybody on. It's called Mother Earth Labs pH Balancer. From what my patients tell me, I get more comments on that
Really?
benefiting them than anything else. And that's just helping them get the nutrients and minerals their body needs, because I tell them everything you're doing, blinking, us having this conversation requires a chemical reaction in the body, and your body needs the certain raw materials to do that. And so that's huge for people.
Sweet.
Yeah.
That's so.
I forgot about thyroid.
Oh, thyroid.
Well,
You want to do
she
this
mentioned
first?
it.
or-
Yeah, do this.
Okay.
I just forgot about it. I don't even think I have anything on it.
We haven't even talked about it yet.
It's a big one.
The medical system's a disaster when it comes to thyroid.
Well,
stuff.
they can only treat hypothyroid, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
If you present with hyper, they burn it to make it hypo and then treat it.
Yeah.
You didn't know
That's
that?
insane.
Did you know that?
I have heard that, but I
Probably from
still
me.
think it's insane.
It's insane.
So Gallup Design Build. Let's transition into that. So Gallup Design Build's our sponsor, and they are building homes for the most successful families in the Midlands. They do a ton of show homes on the Lake Murray, a lot of that. And we've had multiple guests, actually, from the other hormone wellness clinic.
Hormones.
Yes, I saw that. He was getting his house built.
Yep.
Yes, he had it, and he's been raving about them. So we've got a couple questions in here. No idea what's in there, but if you can read it and then just give us your best answer, that would be it.
Who puts these in?
That nobody knows.
We don't
it's-
even know who does.
If it's really good, we take credit. If it's weird,
Yep.
blame Kennedy.
Yep.
Just take one out.
Yep, just take one.
I'm going to have to get my readers out. Okay, let's see. Maybe not. If you were a room in a custom design built home by Gallup, what room would you be and why?
Oh, what room
That's
is?
easy for me.
Jenny.
I want a custom closet. I mean,
No. This is who you are as a room.
Your
were a
personality.
If
who
you are a room.
am. If I'm a room.
Pantry.
Is that what?
No, that's what I would choose. I would choose pantry.
I don't
Golly,
know.
you
That's
don't
a
wanna
hard
say
question.
bathroom.
I would say den. I mean, that's the
den.
room I spend the most time in, just chilling.
What do you do? Just read?
Read, watch TV, just chill. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, what are the let's think options. So you got the den. Who calls it a den? Number one. Is that
We have a living room.
what is a den again? I don't even
My
know.
parents used to
Yeah,
talk
like-
den too, but I don't really know.
It's kind of just a darker TV room.
It's like a darker living room.
Yeah, a darker living room that's more cozy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have a living room, you have a kitchen, you have a bathroom, you have a gym possibly, especially in a Gallup design. You have maybe a sauna room, a wellness room.
Oh, I would love that. I don't have that.
You could be
I
the
would
wellness
definitely.
room.
I would love a wellness room.
There's a
Absolutely.
sunroom
People go-
outside.
Oh,
Yeah.
see, I need to go see a Gallup home.
Ooh, they're nice.
They are really
I'm
nice.
sure. It sounds like it.
All right. So final answer
That's
is
not a great
den.
question. Well, I mean, now that I have all these other options, I would rather be a wellness room for sure.
Yeah. What would you put in it? Sauna?
Oh, yeah, that red light bed that you
Yeah.
have, definitely a sauna. Definitely a sauna.
Cold plunge?
No,
No.
no, I
I'm
don't
not
like to be
really into
cold.
that either these days.
I would have a steam shower though, not just a sauna. I want a steam hot
Yep.
shower. Or is that different than a sauna?
I think, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You get a
definitely.
2-person one so Mason
Yeah.
can get in
Yes.
there with you.
He would love that. He would love that for sure.
Yeah, that's good. That's
Did
great.
Mason play sports?
No,
No sports.
no. I mean, I don't think so. We're later married.
You guys are, you're from Texas?
I'm from Texas. He's from Virginia. We met in Texas. Yeah, we've been married. We've been together 7 years. Married about 4.
Nice.
We met on Match.
Match.com.
We did.
I didn't know that was still a thing.
Well, this was back in 2019.
That's great.
How many
right
bad
before
dates
COVID.
before you met him?
Well, I only went on one other date, and it wasn't somebody that I picked.
Somebody set you up.
A girlfriend of mine said, "Oh, he looks nice," and we went out. and
Wasn't.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
It was the no.
So your basically first pick of your own led
Yeah.
to a marriage.
Yeah, first pick of my own. He said he'd been on several first dates, and I don't know if y'all have ever been on that because it's really
I
like
did. I heard.
cheesy.
No.
People are, hey, beautiful, all this crazy stuff,
You
and
got to have skills.
yeah. And I had, and if they posted a picture at the gym, I was like,
You didn't like the
Motorcycle?
shirtless gym?
Oh, what
no.
about with a
The
fish?
wife beater? No.
Fish.
No. I was
Golfing
very
photo.
funny. I don't know.
What can they post a photo of?
What else is there?
I don't know.
Reading a book.
It was mainly the gym picture or the Harley picture that I couldn't handle. And,
Selfies in general are just bad.
Yeah. But I think I know what it was. They asked you all these questions, and one of them was, what was your last Halloween costume? And I think mine was like roadkill. and he made a comment about that. And so it wasn't cheesy at all. And I
Yeah.
looked at his little
Profile?
profile, and he had read a book that I just read. I think it was like Michelangelo book, the nerdy
Really?
book that nobody would read. And so anyway, we hit it off.
That's great.
So he met you right before menopause, basically.
He did.
You guys started dating,
Yes.
got married,
Yeah.
and then bam, menopause.
Yep.
And you weren't even on this journey before you met him, right?
No.
He was kind of
he was dealing with hospital Jenny.
Yeah.
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 Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
But his mom's a nurse, so he was used to that, I guess.
that's great.
Yeah.
All right. So then, what brought you guys to Columbia?
He took a job here. He took a job, and he moved in July of last year.
Yeah.
Took a job at Columbia College. He's not with them now. He's taken another position. But I was going to stay in Austin for a year, and I lasted about a month, and I was like, I can't do this. This is too hard. And so I moved here a month later. So it was August last year.
Yeah.
what's it like dating in your mid 40s? Was there awkwardness? Like, do you just kiss
You
right
kind of
away?
know what you want, right?
I mean, yeah. In fact, he sent me an article from the Wall Street Journal. That's his thing. If you
Wall
know
Street
him, he'll
Journal
send
guy.
you a Wall Street Journal article. But about how people who use dating apps have the same goals.
Yeah.
They kind of have the same ideas in mind. And
Yeah.
so, I mean, we hit it off. I mean, I don't think it was weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a lot different because you don't have little kids to worry about. And
When you first, did you handshake him? Did you hug him? Did you side hug him? What was your first
Kiss.
move when you're walking up to him? What did you do?
I don't.
Do you remember?
I don't remember. I don't think
Or
it
did you
was
just
any
sit?
kind of hug. I think it was.
Hey, like a
Yeah,
wave,
I think it
quick
was
wave.
just a
like,
hi.
Oh, hey, here I am.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, that's tough. What do you?
What did you do? You did a hug?
I think I did a side hug.
Did you meet your wife on? Oh, is this just your
No,
first
I got
date?
it was a setup
It
first
was a
date
setup,
deal,
a
but
side
yeah.
hug.
But these are the questions I was asking. It's like, what do you do? Do I get there early? Do I buy multiple drinks? What do I do?
For
When I showed up
hours.
late.
And then he was like, maybe I'll just buy one of everything on the menu, and then I know that you'll like one of them.
I
He
didn't
was
know.
sitting at the bar. Yeah, I don't know. He was sitting at the bar and had a seat for me, and that was his MO. He would meet women for drinks, and then
Oh, nice
you know,
move.
yeah, and then we ended up staying and eating, and yeah. We just hit it off.
Was it a steakhouse or
No, it was
something?
North Italia in Austin.
Okay.
I don't know if y'all have heard of that. It's just a little Italian place.
I haven't, but I just went to Austin this year for the first time.
Isn't it great?
It was great.
What'd you do?
We did hog hunting from a helicopter,
Fun.
and we went to a couple of the big comedy clubs there just to like see them and
Yeah.
experience it.
Did you go to the mothership?
Yep, went to
Yeah.
the mothership, went to the Vulcan,
Yep.
and went to Terry Black's barbecue,
Okay.
and it was great. I mean, it was pretty humid there.
Yeah.
I kind of like here, like in the
It's
middle of
just like
summer,
here.
you got to be
Absolutely.
ready for it.
It's hot. Yeah.
But it's booming. Austin seems like it's
Yeah.
taking off.
Yeah. It's a fun place. All my family still lives there.
Yeah.
So it was hard for me to move, but I really like Columbia. It's
nice.
nice.
And you
Very
like
nice.
Mason,
I
true
do.
love.
I like Mason. Very true.
What's his middle name?
That's actually his middle name.
Mason's his middle.
Christopher's his first name.
Oh,
CMG.
Yeah. He
Okay.
goes by C. Dot Mason.
C. Mason.
Yeah. That's how he writes his name.
Interesting.
how early did he tell you that? I feel like that's
Right off the bat. Because
he?
on his match it said Christopher. And he said, I don't go by Christopher.
I go by Mason.
I go
that's
by
what.
Mason.
When I met my wife, she was going by her middle name. And I
Really?
just thought life is hard enough without having to explain to everybody why your name is different than your first name.
Yeah.
It's just confusing everywhere. Every new person that you meet, every ID, every time in the airport, you're just constantly explaining to people
Yeah.
why you're using a different name than your actual name.
Yes.
But he's fine with it, it seems like.
Oh yeah, he's navigated it for 60 years. He's
Yeah.
60, he'll be 62 this year. So
Oh.
he's navigated it. His brother called him Chrissy, the Chrissy doll. It was like a big Barbie doll had just come out, so he couldn't go by Chris.
He was done with it.
Called the Chrissy doll.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Last two. Is there anything women can do for hot flashes? I have a friend who is flashing like crazy right now. What do you recommend? Just get
Come
the
see
hormone.
me.
Yeah, just get some hormones under control.
I mean, yeah, because it
There's
doesn't go away. I mean, you know, there's some things like evening primrose oil that can help. But you know, as far as like the bone support and cardiovascular support, your levels have to be at a certain amount, a certain number to be able to prevent those things from getting worse
Gotcha.
or even rebuild bone. You know, estrogen's approved for osteopenia,
Really?
and doctors don't even put patients on it for that. They're not even given that option.
Well, you know what's why does the body hot flash? I just like
Because
why
it's
does that
low
happen?
estrogen.
So it just
It's
says.
it's.
But I'm thinking from like an intelligence above mind, the designer here going, all right, I'm gonna flash you with just internal temperature.
Well, you have estrogen receptors on your whole body,
So
everywhere.
that's what
Yes.
it's like the estrogen receptors blinking, saying
yes.
we're out.
Screaming. We have none.
We're on E.
Yeah, and it's not just one day your body stops producing
Right.
estrogen. It's like a truck that kind of sputters out. You know, like the
you're running out of
ovulation.
gas.
You'll have a really good month, and then you may not have a period or ovulate for 2 months, and then
How about that? Okay, that makes sense.
so I would, and you don't have to be in menopause before you start estrogen. You know, I have patients in their 30s and 40s who are on estrogen.
Do guys get them sometimes?
Hot flashes?
Yeah, a little
I haven't heard of that.
little flash.
Sure, they get it for other reasons. Maybe the night
Randy
sweats for low
does.
testosterone.
Randy does. That's why I was asking.
So when guys start taking testosterone, their balls shrink.
Typics. I mean, that can happen.
Possibly.
It's not everybody.
When women start taking estrogen, do their ovaries shrink?
Well, your ovaries are shrinking anyway because they're atrophying. You know, again, we're not replacing their hormones to
Yep.
age 20. We're just giving them enough to support their bones and heart and everything, and not have the hot flashes. So they
Yep.
can still shrivel up,
Yep.
basically.
And then do women get off of it at some point?
I mean, you can, but I'm telling you, my husband will be pulling the patch off of me when I'm in the grave because I will be on hormones as long as I can. And I've had patients back in Austin who were in their 80s and
Just
look
still
like they're
moaning.
60.
Yeah.
Wow.
And just because they've stayed on their hormones. Now, obviously, there's risks.
Yeah.
You know, that if you have certain issues, you would have to come off of it.
Yep.
You know, 1 in 8 women will get breast cancer.
Right.
So that's with or without hormones. It has nothing to do with hormones. So, you know, if you had a blood clot or something, you couldn't be on hormones.
Yeah.
So there's some contraindications, but
Yep.
you can, but there's no there's no official cutoff that you can't do hormones after this date.
Yeah. And then my last one was do you do general health? Like I always think the family physician's kind of obsolete in my mind. Like I don't even know why we have it. But do you do general health?
I do have a direct primary care model.
Okay.
Just because I have several patients that they're like, I don't want to go see a doctor. I want to just see you for this.
Yes.
And so absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I think if the general or the annual physical, is that a thing? Like I almost think that it should be people like it should be functional labs.
Yeah.
Like if you could redo the quote unquote annual physical, I think it should be like specific lab work.
Yeah, I just think we need two systems. We need our
Crisis.
system now is good at sickness, sick care. And then we need a wellness. We need two systems because even like now I still have a system where I have to use ICD-10 codes. Do y'all use ICD-10 codes?
Oh, yeah.
There's none for wellness except like annual well care.
Yeah.
And insurance doesn't cover anything that's
No,
wellness.
I don't. Yeah, I don't
don't
take
deal
any
with- yeah.
insurance, but I still would like to code it appropriately.
Yep.
But I have to find something that works.
Wrong with them, yeah.
Yeah, so something is inherently wrong with that.
Right, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
This has been fun. And then, so if people want to reach out to you,
Yes.
what's the best way?
So, modernhormonewellness.com, all spelled out. You can book a free discovery call there. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook, I believe. We have a number. Yeah,
Love it.
Perfect.
we're growing and new things coming. We're
You're a
doing
grower
microneedling.
and a shower.
That's right. Not microneedling, microchanneling. There's a lot of things. IV therapy, all kinds of stuff.
Sweet.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for being on the show.
Well,
This has been
thank you
fun.
guys for having me.
We're here for the health of it.
For the health of it.
Just a quick note, this podcast is for informational purposes only. We're not meant to replace your doctors, and nothing here should be taken as medical advice. Always check with a qualified professional before making decisions about your health. The views and opinions expressed by our guests or hosts are their own and do not necessarily reflect those of this podcast. Reliance on any information provided is solely at your own risk.